What does a global pandemic and taking vacations have in common? I'm Alyssa Dazet, the six-figure acupuncturist. I went from broke and struggling in my practice to six-figure year after year after year, and now I've helped thousands of acupuncturists around the globe with the success of their practices, and now I'm going to help you too. Did you know that your entire life is made up of definitions? I'm not talking about Webster's dictionary definitions. I'm talking about definitions that are formed as a response to the experiences in your life and then stored in your subconscious mind. Once you realize your entire life is made up of these, then you can start to redefine your definitions. This is a powerful exercise to practice in your life. It can literally change everything. I was talking to an acupuncturist once who was afraid of speaking directly to her patients because she was afraid that they wouldn't like being told what to do and they would leave her services. So she would not speak directly about the treatment plan, about when the patient needed to return for a follow-up, about what to pay her, nothing. It was really interesting to hear this because I have a completely different definition of what speaking directly to your patient means. And it is literally just a definition. It's programmed into you. To me, speaking directly to your patient means being of service to that patient in front of you. It means creating trust with that patient in front of you. And it means contributing to forwarding our medicine because you're clearly educating someone about acupuncture and TCM and how it works so that they utilize the medicine properly. Being direct to me had a completely different definition than being direct to her. What's your definition of speaking directly to your patients? Examine that and make sure that you are choosing empowering definitions for yourself and your practice. How to conquer your fear of needling once and for all. An acupuncturist told me that they were afraid of needling a certain point because they were afraid of inflicting pain or doing it wrong or injuring the patient. We've all been there, right? It can be intimidating in the beginning, especially. I remember when I was super nervous to needle GB21. I'd always needle it super shallowly because I was afraid of puncturing the lung. What did we hear over and over and over and over again in acupuncture school? Pneumothorax! Don't give a patient pneumothorax. So GB21 terrified me in the beginning. After needling this point really shallowly on so many patients though, I started to feel more comfortable with the trapezius and with my patient's anatomy. I started to slowly work that point more, slowly go deeper with the point, and everything worked out just fine. The only way to get over your fear of needling points is to needle the point. You must go right into your fears in order to conquer them. So take a deep breath and needle those points. Do it in a way that you feel comfortable, even if it's not exactly by the books. It doesn't matter. Make sure that you do it however you're comfortable, like I did with GB21 and needling it very shallowly in the beginning, even though in the classic text, that's not how you needle that point. It will still heal your patients. And remember that if you're afraid of needling certain acupuncture points, know that you are not the only one. We all go through this. It's okay.
Repeat after me. I am an amazing acupuncturist exactly as I am. I find joys in the ups and the downs of running a successful practice. No matter what I am feeling, I don't judge myself. No matter what happens in my practice, I don't take it personally. I shift my focus onto my patient and being of service to them. I know the world needs healing, and I know that I can help. I put aside my insecurities and I hold a safe healing space for my patients. I do not have to be a perfect person in order to be successful. I do not have to be perfect in order to be an incredible practitioner.
Hey acupuncturists, something that blows my mind is how many acupuncturists don't treat themselves. I don't understand that. We have the most incredible medicine, and it's preventative medicine. So regular appointments, even when there's nothing wrong, is the best thing ever. And as practitioners, we can give ourselves as much acupuncture as we want. And it feels amazing, and you can constantly be in optimal levels of health and wellness when you take care of yourself as your own patient. You actually should be your most important patient. So I actually acupuncture myself sometimes every single night, like a lot, all the time. I go through different phases. My favorite time to acupuncture myself is actually right at bedtime. I pop my needles in and then I fall asleep, and whenever I wake up, I take them out. Sometimes it's 20 minutes later, sometimes that's 4 hours later. But I sleep amazing, my health is super great, and I feel amazing, high energy also. So, I want to teach you today how to needle yourself. Obviously, it's very simple to needle your legs, to needle your stomach, even, your chest, REN 17, any of those if you want to do that. Where people get a little stuck, I think, is maybe on your arms, and there's some amazing points here, of course, LI4. If you're feeling at all sick, you really want to treat that in yourself. Lung 7, Sanjiao 5, Li11, these are all incredible points on your arm. I'm going to needle myself so you can see how to needle your arm points by yourself. One of the keys to needling, whether you're needling yourself or your patients, is to really tap the needle in firm and quickly and directly on. So many acupuncturists feel a little bit nervous when you're needling, which is fine. It's totally normal. But that gives them that little bit of hesitancy, which then the needle really hurts. It can hurt, doesn't have to hurt. So let's needle Li4. So when I needle myself anywhere in the hand or arm, first I find the point. Palpation is amazing. I'm going to teach you in another video actually how to feel the point. You can feel the points. You can feel the chi and feel the points. So Li4 is about here. And so you take this tube and the needle in your hand and your fingers, like this. So I'm holding some of the needle and some of the tube. And then put it in the point. And then you drop the needle down and watch. I'm going to hit this in directly and firmly and straight on. Do you see that? It was like a boop. And then you just take this off. And then, you can manipulate the needle a bit if you want to change the direction or stimulate it at all. And there we have Li4. Could change the direction a little, but we'll leave it for that. So let me show you again. Needle, tube, drop it in, and then you want to hold like the tube and the needle. There we go. Let's do Li11. Li11, gonna be here. Put this in, and then remember, hit that needle directly, firmly, and straight on. Boom, like that. Take that out, and then you can manipulate your needle a little bit. So this is how you are going to needle yourself on your arm, your hand, and then of course the same needle technique you want to use on your patients. Directly, firmly, and straight on. Remember that. I highly, highly encourage you to needle yourself at least once a week. And remember, you don't even have to make any extra time for it. You can just do it at bedtime, your normal time of going to sleep. That is your needling lesson for today. Take care of yourself, fam. What does a global pandemic and taking vacations have in common? They both fill your practices. When your patients have to take a break from their regularly scheduled acupuncture treatments, they get a chance to experience how they feel without acupuncture. Many of your patients won't realize how much acupuncture helps them until they experience this forced break. And then they start to experience anxiety, digestive issues, stress. This brings a new gratitude and awareness to how much your treatments are helping them. I learned this about 10 years ago when I first started to take vacations from my acupuncture practice. Thinking and worried that I was going to collapse my entire acupuncture practice and all the hard work that I put in, you better believe that I was shocked when the exact opposite thing happened, which was my practice got busier after every vacation I took. This is how I built a successful six-figure acupuncture practice, by working less and taking vacations more. And this is a core concept that I teach. The last thing that you want to do is be available for your patients 24/7. It's just not necessary. It can actually harm the success of your practice and quickly lead to burnout if you have no healthy boundaries with the office hours that you're available and you're never taking vacations. So as we open back up our practices from this global lockdown, be prepared for an influx of patients. Your schedule will fill up and your patients will be more committed to their treatments now than ever. You just wait. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can learn how to get patients, thrive as a practitioner, feel deeply fulfilled in your work, and help to heal the world.